I remember one time at Third Coast Comedy Club in Nashville, I bombed. I was telling a story about. I went to Ruby Falls. You've been to Ruby Falls?
Mm-hmm.
I've been there a few times, and I went there, and I went to Ruby Falls, and I did the cave tour, and I did the tour, whatever, and they were taking us through the cave, and they were showing us the stalagmites and the stalactites.
Yeah.
And just so for the viewers, the stalactites, those are the ones that they come from the ceiling, and the stalagmites, they are the ones that come from the ground, and they only exist because of each other, right? Like the stalactites drip and they start the stalagmites, and that's forever. They grow forever, until eventually they keep growing and they touch.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Well, I don't know what that's like, but that must be, I mean, thousands of years just waiting to get just right, like a drip of water a day, and then they touch. Must be crazy.
Like a weird experience in college. They touch tips.
They just touch tips.
Yeah.
And you guys go, "What's that?" And you go, "Nothing. Let's not talk about it ever." And then, but they take us to the Ruby Falls, right? And the lady there is showing us the falls, and she says, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We ask that you be mindful of the water. The walk around is slippery. Be mindful of the railing. Also don't drink the water from the falls because it'll give you explosive diarrhea. And then she said, "Any questions?"
Yeah.
Nobody raised their hands, and I went, I have 3 hours worth of questions about specifically the explosive diarrhea water part. What about that? And I asked, and I said, what about what do you mean? What do you mean that you're telling me this? If I drink this water, it'll give me explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, you'll get really bad diarrhea. So don't drink it.
And that's what she said.
Yeah.
And then someone else was like, "Yeah, how long has the falls been here?" And I said, "Hold on, hold on. I don't think you realize I'm onto something here."
This is real, by the way. Like, this is widely known. The water.
This is real.
The water at Ruby Falls gives you diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea. So I interrupted this other dude and I said, "Wait a minute. Okay, so how did you find this out?" And she said, "Well, we have records of people that have drank the water, and they just exploded diarrhea. They rocketed wet poo out of their butts."
Shot some stalagmites out of
That's right. They grew a couple of fucking stalagmites out of their fucking poo holes, dude.
Yeah, man.
And I
They
said,
had a couple of drops of growing for 1,000
they
years,
did.
you know?
And I said, "Okay, hold on. I kept interrupting the whole group, the whole travel group.
Well, because look. In your defense, she was missing the biggest point of
I
the
don't-
whole tour.
In my head, you should have started with that.
Yeah.
You should have started with that, and also it's like, why else are we here? What other questions do you have? You can't drop that on me, and not expect some fucking questions. So what I said, okay. How do you know? And she said, "There's been, people, if you drink the water, you will not make it out of the cave." And I said, "Seriously?" And it was like an hour long fucking, track down. She said, "You won't make it out of the cave. We've tested it." And I said, I really kind of want to try it right now.
Yo, dude, what if they're lying?
They could be lying.
What if it's like the tastiest water and they're just saving it for themselves? You know what I mean? And they're like, "Don't drink this, you'll poo really hard." And then when they close down shop at the end of the day, they're all like,
"It's the fountain of youth."
Yeah. They all take a big glass home. They're like, "Oh, these suckers."
But she said that I would not make it out of the cave, and I was so tempted to try it, but I didn't. But I asked her. I
Well,
said,
it's like that thing. Like as soon as you're like, you can't have that. You're like,
no, I want that's all I want in this whole life.
yeah,
Is that right there?
yeah.
But I said, like, how bad? Because she said she used the word explosive. So I said, how bad? Like, am I about to fucking just poop my khakis right here? Am I about to destroy my khakis right here? Or, is it just like normal diarrhea? And she said that it was horrible diarrhea.
Did you forget?
And then it ruined the rest of the tour. It ruined the rest of the tour, dude. She was showing me 1,000-year-old fucking imprints of a fossil after that, and all I was thinking was like, but diarrhea, dude? This is Diarrhea Cave.
Here's a
Why did they not name it
here's
that?
a dinosaur's hoof.
I don't
and the
care.
Whole time you're like, what?
I don't care. You're telling me that this is a diarrhea waterfall, and nobody else in the tour seemed to care. They all were saying, oh, tell me about this fossil, and I was just not interested. It ruined the tour, and I never went back.
Dude, people forget diarrhea used to kill you.
Yeah, diarrhea was a death sentence.
Yeah, like Oregon Trail style. If like you or anyone on the wagon just had diarrhea, it was like they used to leave them. Just toss them over there. Because there's no you can't be like it's chug a Gatorade, champ. Come on.
No, you can't because
all you had to drink was Ruby Falls
water.